In today's episode, I will share 10 eye-opening and heartbreaking facts about women in the Philippines. Some of these truths may shock you, surprise you, or even make you angry. But it's important to know the reality. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Watch the video till the end, and after watching, tell me in the comments, do you agree with these truths or not? Now, let's begin. Number 1. Many people believe that women in the Philippines are genuinely in love with foreign men, but the truth is far different. Desperation is the real reason behind these relationships. Despite what some YouTubers say about foreign men being treated like kings, the harsh reality is that many Filipinos struggle financially in a developing country. They have families, children, and siblings who depend on them. If they're not working, they're online, seeking financial support from foreigners. These days, many women don't even put in the effort to meet men in person. Instead, they show off in bikinis or revealing clothes online. And desperate men from around the world send them money instantly. But let's be honest, it's not because you're handsome or because they're traditional or conservative. It's all about money. If you're an older man looking to date a young Filipina, remember this fact. You may be okay with it, and that's your choice. But in the end, they want financial support. Some women play the long game, building trust over time, while others play the short game, asking for money quickly. No matter how it starts, there will always be a financial request. A sudden emergency, a sick relative, school fees, whatever the excuse, they will ask for money. That's the sad truth. Number 2. Women in the Philippines are just like women everywhere, always searching for something better. Many men think the Philippines is a magical place where women will love them for who they are, but that is far from the truth. In reality, Filipino culture encourages competition, and many women want to show off to their family and friends that they have a foreigner bringing in money. That's why they're always on their phones, constantly looking for a better catch. This is also why they get so jealous, because they themselves are talking to other men, so they assume you must be cheating too. If you ever watch street interviews, you'll notice that 99% of women say they are single, even when they aren't. Why? Because they want to keep their options open. If a better, richer, younger man comes along, they will jump ship immediately. This trend is also clear in the rise of Filipino women on YouTube and live streams. Many of them do random things online, yet men shower them with money. These women claim to be single because they know that if they admit to having a boyfriend or husband, the money will stop. It's the same reason men tip waitresses at Hooters. They think they have a chance. But the sad truth is, it's all just an illusion. This game of deception happens everywhere, and the Philippines is no exception. Number 3, the sad truth about women in the Philippines is that many are expert liars. And no, we're not just talking about small white lies, we're talking about huge lies that can change your entire perception of them. They lie about everything, their education, whether they've been married before, if they're still married, if they have kids, and even where they live. It often starts with online dating. You meet a woman who says she's in Manila, Cebu, or another big city. You chat for a few days, everything seems fine, but then, surprise! She suddenly tells you she's moved back to the province. Now, after spending so much time thinking she was close by, you realize you'd have to take a bus, plane, boat, or even walk to find her in some remote town. Why do they do this? Simple. They know that if they told the truth, most foreign men wouldn't bother traveling to a small village. This trick keeps their options open and increases their chances of landing a foreigner. But the lies don't stop there. They lie about how long it takes them to get ready, where they'll meet you, or even if their parents died in a car accident. Many will say they're the only provider for their family just to pull more money from you. These aren't just one-time lies. Many lie all the time without feeling guilty because, in the end, they only care about what they can get from you. Number 4. Many women in the Philippines are single mothers, and the reasons behind this might shock you. It's not just about love gone wrong. It's often due to religious pressure, lack of education, boredom, or sheer desperation. Whatever the reason, the harsh truth is that the number of single mothers is extremely high. Now, here's the problem. Raising another man's child comes with heavy baggage. Some men don't mind it, but let's be real, it's not easy. There's the emotional trauma, the financial burden, and the constant drama that comes with her past. And let's not forget, many single mothers lie about their exes. They'll say the father is long gone, that he doesn't support the child, or that they were never married. But often, the truth is far more complicated. For foreigners, this can lead to huge problems. You might think you're starting a new relationship, but you're also stepping into her past. That's why many men avoid dating single mothers. It's not about being heartless, it's about avoiding unnecessary complications. And let's not forget, if a Filipina is over 20, chances are she's not a virgin. Anyone who tells you otherwise is simply not telling you the full story. Number 5. Here's a harsh reality: you're not special. I know that might sound brutal, but it's the truth. The woman you're talking to? She's talking to multiple men at the same time, online, in person, and everywhere in between. If you're chatting with a Filipina, assume she's lying until she proves otherwise. Why do they talk to so many men? Simple money. More men mean more income, more financial support, and more gifts. That's why they have multiple Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even dating app accounts. In fact, I'd bet that 90% of the women you meet online are not even using their real profiles. They don't want every man to know their true identity. Ever wonder why she calls you sweetie, honey, or love? It's not because you're special, it's because she can't remember your name. When you're talking to 5 women, she's talking to 50. Multiply whatever number of women you're dating by 10, and you'll have a better idea of what's going on. And here's the real kicker: getting a date or a message for women is 10 times easier than it is for men. While you might struggle to get a response, she's drowning in messages from desperate men around the world. That's the sad truth. Number 6. Filipino women barely put any effort into their appearance. Self-care, almost non-existent. Taking care of their health, skin, or overall beauty just isn't a priority. Bad diets, poor nutrition, and zero skincare routines are the norm. One big reason? Money. They either don't have it or choose not to spend it on themselves. Instead of investing in beauty products or self-care, they blow their cash on Jollibee or random fast food places. Unlike women from Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, or Korea who take pride in looking their best, Filipino women hardly spend anything on their appearance. Ever notice the cheap $1 red lipstick they wear? It smudges on everything: your cup, your shirt, and fades horribly. Their hair, often dead, lifeless, or ruined from terrible dye jobs and cheap extensions. Waxing, forget about it. Beauty treatments, unheard of. And let's not even talk about the gym, yoga, or any effort to stay fit. Here's the harsh truth: Filipino women have a very short prime when it comes to looks. From 18 to 28, they may look good, but after that, it's a steep downhill drop. No effort, no self-care, no maintenance. That's the reality. Number 7. Many of the women you meet don't have real jobs or a good education. They spend all day and night online, talking to random men hoping to get money. They have nothing else to do. No career, no goals, just endless chatting and waiting for someone to send them cash. That's why you'll often see them partying, drinking, singing karaoke until morning. Why? Because they have no work to wake up for. Finding a job in the Philippines is extremely hard, especially if you only finished high school or even have a college degree. Yes, you heard that right. Even basic customer service jobs demand a bachelor's degree. But here's the real problem. Most colleges and universities there provide a low-quality education. A degree doesn't mean much if it comes from a school that teaches almost nothing useful. And guess what? This lack of education and stability affects relationships too. You're not just dealing with a woman who has no job, you're dealing with someone who never had to work for anything. And that, my friend, is a recipe for disaster. Number 8. There is almost no real connection between foreign men and many Filipino women. Why? because of the huge age gap, lack of education, and zero life experience. These women don't see you as a partner. They see you as a walking ATM. Ever had a conversation with a Filipina and realized she barely understands anything you say? Besides basic greetings and simple replies, most of what you say goes right over her head. While you're sitting across the dinner table, admiring her long black hair and thinking how beautiful she is, she's sitting there calculating how much money she can get from you. The truth is, these relationships are nothing but business deals. You give her money, gifts, support, she gives you attention, but deep down, there's no true bond, no deep conversations, no real love, so it's all about what she can take from you. Number 9, Filipinos struggle with basic communication. They don't know how to answer simple questions, and they barely put in any effort to have a proper conversation. Think about it. How many times have you sent a message with 2 or 3 simple questions like, "Hello, how are you? What are you doing?" And what do you get back? A lazy one-word reply like, "Hi" or "Okay." You might think maybe there's a language barrier, but isn't English widely spoken in the Philippines? The truth is, they just don't respect you enough to have a proper conversation. And when it comes to time management, forget it. If they're late, which they always are, they won't even bother to text you. Even if you message them before, during, and after they were supposed to meet you, they still don't respond properly. For example, if you text her, "I'm leaving now," she'll say, "Okay." Then 20 minutes later, you ask, "Where are you?" And she says, "On the way." But guess what? She hasn't even left her house yet. And when she finally arrives 1 or 2 hours late, she'll blame it all on traffic. Number 10. After everything we've talked about, can you really trust these women? Their behavior speaks for itself. Of course, not every single woman is the same, but let's be real. The ones you're meeting fit this pattern perfectly. The good, independent, hardworking women that some vloggers talk about, they're already taken. They have careers, families, and social lives. They're not sitting around waiting for a foreigner. Attractive women in their 20s and 30s, they've been off the market for years. And even if they're single, middle-class, and upper-class Filipinas avoid dating foreigners because it's seen as embarrassing in their social circles. So who are the women that foreigners actually end up with? The truth is, they're the lowest-tier women. They have nothing to offer except being younger and looking slightly better than older women back home. And those vloggers bragging about their beautiful girlfriends? Look closely. Are they really that stunning? Or are they just better compared to the foreign guy standing next to them? And let's not ignore the biggest scam of all money. Every one of these relationships is transactional. These women aren't just dating these men. They're securing their financial future, houses, land, cars, and even babies to lock the man in for life. This is the reality of dating in the Philippines today. Maybe years ago, things were different, and a few lucky guys found real love. But times have changed. If this truth hurts, that doesn't make it any less true. You can either accept it and adjust your expectations, or keep living in a fantasy. I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just telling you what to expect when dealing with these women. Like, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching.